Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's YouTube video, or should I say, you know what? Bun that kid. But anyways, today we're going to be doing longest substring without repeating characters. And we're going to be utilizing a technique called sliding window. Sliding window technique. I'm going to teach you guys that, okay? So, given a string s, find the length of the longest substring without duplicate characters. So, there's a difference between subsequence and substring. A substring is a continuous string, and subsequence is where you can have breaks. So, let's first look at this. So we have ABC, right? The answer is ABC with the length of 3 because ABCA, nope, recurring character, can't have that. For BBB, it's just B because BB, recurring character. PWW, recurring character. WW, recurring character. WKE, okay. WKEW, nope, recurring character. KEW, and this is going to be 3. The answer is 3. The length is 3. So the answer must be a substring. So PWKE, that's a subsequence and not substring because we are taking a gap, right? We're going from P to W, we're skipping this W, and then we're going from K to E, right? So that's not allowed. So the sliding window technique essentially says we're gonna create a max. All right, we're gonna create a max variable, and we're gonna set this to 0. And this is gonna keep track of our frequencies. And then we're gonna create a pointer to the start called window start. So I'll say let window start equals 0. And then we also need to create a hash table called so far. And we're going to send that to an object literal. So it's our hash table. So now what we're going to do is we're going to iterate through a for loop. So for let window end equals 0. So it's starting at 0. And what we're basically going to do is we're going to expand our window from the right side. So window start is going to stay the same. We're going to expand the window end for, every time we find a new character. Okay. Substring. Oh, look at that. There is a recurring character. So then what we're going to do is essentially just increment window start and keep window end at A. And we're going to contract the window. So we can expand and contract the window. That's kind of the premise or basic idea. So let window end equals 0, starting at 0 index. Window end until is less than s dot length. And then window end plus like so. First things first, we need to get the rightmost char. The rightmost char is going to be from window end. So we're going to say let right char equal s at window end, which is going to be at the 0 index, starting here. And then we're going to insert that into our hash table. So far right char. And the value for this key is going to be its frequency. So we're going to say if it already exists, right? If the right char, if this is already in our hash table and we look it up, we'll just add 1 to it. Otherwise, we will just set it to 1. And that's our or switch statement, where basically if this is truthy, it's this. If it's falsy, we're going to go to that one. So now we're going to say while right char, or while so far at right char is greater than 1, meaning that our frequency count is greater than 1. So let's say we stop here, right? It's greater than 1. We're going to grab the left char and that's going to be at window start. And we're going to say if at left char is greater than 1. So if they're both, and if the right char is so far at right char is greater than 1, and so far left char is greater than 1, then we're going to just take so far at left char and decrement it. Else, if it's like less than 1, so like a 0, we're just going to delete it. Delete so far at left char. And then we're just going to increment our window start by 1. And then we're going to calculate the max. And our max is going to be the math.max function. Compare our old max or our current max with the new max, which is going to be window end minus window start plus 1. And then we're just going to return max. And I think this actually... yeah, sorry. These are variable I initiated within the for loop. So scope-wise, I can't use it outside. I can't access it outward, right? Because that would be accessing the source. This is a source. We're accessing the target inward, and you can only go outward in scopes, in chain of scopes. But that's a whole different story. But anyways, yeah. And there you go. It is a runtime of 0 milliseconds. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something new. And this is the sliding window technique. Pointers.